Good morning. I think one of the hardest things I'm finding to do with this is finding the correct spot to shoot them so that the sun isn't quite so bright and blinding me or you. Unfortunately, today it's blinding me. Today I'm supposed to talk about my favorite author. That's really kind of hard because while I was in the military, my wife and I carried 15 boxes of books all around the world. Mostly science fiction, some fantasy, her books, my books, college books, a little bit of everything. And I read all of them. And I was sitting here thinking about who my favorite author was, and it was really kind of hard to think about it. When I was in high school, I read a lot of what would be called action-adventure. Alistair MacLean is probably my favorite writer. I'm dating myself a long time ago. After I got out of high school, I read science fiction. I discovered a Asimov book while I was standing watch, and I wasn't supposed to be reading, but I read it anyway. And it was Foundation Trilogy, and I was like, oh, wow, this is really kind of cool. And it was sometime later, I probably, Anne McCaffrey was just read most of her books as they came out. Just loved them. But eventually I would have to say that my most favorite author of all time and book of all time was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I fell in love with that book. The stupid humor, the almost absurd situations as they're happening. I just really enjoyed it. In my book, I actually pay a little homage to Douglas Adams because he was, for me, such an influential writer in the style that he wrote and the way that he wrote, and his storylines I found very interesting. But there you go, my favorite author. This is 30 days, 30 author challenge, trying to increase my internet presence. Have a happy 4th of July, and I will see you all tomorrow. And I can't remember what tomorrow I'm talking about, but I'm sure it'll be something interesting. Goodbye.